Today we are discussing a very specific, very dangerous quirk of the classic Volkswagen Beetle. It's a story that almost every vintage Volkswagen mechanic has encountered, and one that every owner needs to know. But first, let's start with a trivia question about the cause. A common danger in classic Beetles involves the rear seat catching on fire. What is the specific mechanical cause of this? Was it A, the engine heat melting the firewall, B, the heater channels getting too hot, C, the battery under the seat shorting out on the metal springs, D, spilled fuel from the tank filler? If you answered C, the battery under the seat shorting out on the metal springs, you are correct. It sounds like an urban legend, but it is a very real physical phenomenon. Because of where the battery is placed and how the seat is constructed, a simple bump in the road can turn your back seat into a toaster. Today we're going to break down exactly why this happens and how a heavy passenger can accidentally weld the car together. In almost every modern car, the battery is located under the hood in the engine bay or perhaps in the trunk. But the classic Beetle is not a modern car. Its engine is in the back, its trunk is in the front, and its battery is inside the cabin. Specifically, the battery is located under the rear bench seat on the passenger side. It sits in a recessed section of the floor pan. If you lift up the bottom cushion of the rear seat, you will see the battery staring right back at you, often sitting right next to the voltage regulator. For the time, this was a logical place. It kept the battery weight low and central, and it kept the heavy lead-acid block out of the weather, but it placed a massive reservoir of electrical energy inches away from passengers and upholstery. The danger doesn't come from the battery alone. It comes from what sits directly on top of it. The rear seat of a classic Beetle isn't a block of foam like a modern car seat. It is an old-school sprung unit. The internal structure of the seat bottom is a grid of heavy-duty metal coil springs. These springs provide the bounce and comfort for the passengers. When you place the seat bottom back into the car, these metal springs sit directly above the battery. If the car is stationary and empty, there is usually a safe gap between the top of the battery terminals and the metal grid of the seat. But cars move and seats carry weight. Here's the scenario that has played out thousands of times. You have a classic Beetle. You invite two friends to sit in the back seat. Maybe you hit a speed bump a little too fast, or maybe the seat springs are just old and sagging. As the suspension compresses and the passengers bounce down, the metal seat springs flex downward. If they flex far enough, the steel spring touches the positive terminal of the battery. This creates a dead short. It acts exactly like an arc welder. The metal glows red hot instantly and sparks fly. If this were just metal touching metal, you might just get a scare and a blown fuse. If the main line were fused, which on early Beetles it often wasn't. But the situation is worse because of what the seat is stuffed with. To pad the springs, Volkswagen used a material called rubberized horsehair or coconut fiber. This is an organic, fibrous material that provides excellent breathability and support. However, after 40 or 50 years, it dries out and becomes incredibly flammable. It is essentially dry kindling. So you have a red-hot metal spring arcing against a battery terminal, surrounded by dry, dusty horsehair material. The seat cushion catches fire from the inside out. The passengers in the back might feel a sudden intense heat or see smoke rising from between their legs before they even realize the car is burning. You might be asking, did Volkswagen really design a car where the seat shorts out the battery? The answer is no. They designed a safety measure that is almost always missing today. From the factory, Beetles came with a battery cover. In the early days, it was a metal lid. Later, it was a piece of cardboard or hardboard that strapped over the battery. Its sole purpose was to insulate the terminals from the seat springs. The problem is that over decades of ownership, these covers get lost, broken, or thrown away. A previous owner might have bought a battery that was slightly too tall, causing the cover to not fit, so they tossed it. Without that $10 piece of plastic or cardboard, the safety barrier is gone. Fortunately, preventing this is incredibly easy, yet so many owners neglect it. The first rule of classic Volkswagen ownership is check your battery height. You must use the correct Group 42 battery or a low-profile equivalent that fits under the seat frame. The second rule is insulate. If you don't have the original cover, you can use a rubber floor mat, a piece of thick linoleum, or even a specialized plastic battery cap. Anything non-conductive that sits between the positive terminal and the metal springs will save the car. The burning backseat is a dramatic example of how vintage cars require a different level of awareness than modern machines. In a modern car, you never have to worry that sitting down too hard will start an electrical fire. But in a Beetle, the machine is raw and mechanical. The systems are simple, but they demand respect. So if you own an old Bug, or you're about to ride in the back of one, do yourself a favor. Lift up that rear seat and make sure there's something rubber covering that battery. It's the best way to ensure your ride stays cool, in more ways than one.